Hello, Facebook friends. Hello. This is Lilian. Please, if you have a minute, come in. Let's just spend some few seconds talking about the second quarter of the year. I hope you're well. I hope your weekend has started well so far. And I hope you are beginning to realize, if you've not already done so, that we're already in the second quarter of the year. Hello, Rita is already here with all the likes and the hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's talk about the second quarter of the year. How successful were you in the first 3 months of the year? Or how badly did you fail in the first 3 months of the year? I hope you've started reflecting on those questions because it will matter. Hello, Rita. It will matter in the next quarter of this year. We've got to change, improve, and take more action depending on what happened in the first quarter of the year. So please come in. Hello, Ahmed. You've managed to join. I am so glad you're here. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you so much. Please come in. Someone is making noise behind with my screen, with that live stream, so sorry about that. Hello. I hope the image is clear for you, Ahmed. You are far away, all the way in Egypt, so please come in as we discuss about the second quarter of the year. Now, for me, I try to go through my year on a quarterly basis. It's good to make goals, but there's no need punishing yourself. There is no need killing yourself on one goal from January to December because it's not going to work. So if you try to do it on a quarterly basis and reassess what you've done on the quarterly base, you are more likely to succeed. So how did we do in the first quarter of the year? Personally, I failed in some areas and I did well in some areas. So I'm glad about that. Overall, if we score overall, I can say 70% was a success. And those 30%, was it due to my own negligence? Was it due to, hi Rita? Exactly, indeed. Oh, I'm glad to know that. I'm glad we're all almost on the same page. Making decisions from January to December doesn't really work for me. It's not really, I just have to close this. Okay. So now 70%, was it due to my own negligence or things that I couldn't control? To be honest with you all, it's both. And I am more of blaming myself than blaming the external factors. Because the external factors is something happens to everybody, you have no control over, however, you can act upon. So yes, I failed by 30%. Maybe it's due to unforeseen circumstances, but I am conscious enough that I failed badly in certain areas and I am willing to make those changes. Now, successes. We are all here to talk about our successes, the things we got right, the things we really excelled at. And for me, managing all my platform with all the jobs I have, that was a great success. And don't forget, mother of young kids, that's a huge success. And I'm still on track, I'm not giving up, and I'm giving more content, more collaboration. I'm trying to keep my health stable. That's a great success. However, my failures are, I failed to meet with the ones that I love. I failed to spend more time with them. I've not connected with friends for a long time. I know. Exactly. Well, I'm not blaming myself, Rita. I'm not blaming myself. I'm just saying I could do better. No one will ever succeed at 100%. But I'm just trying to look for ways that I can do things better or do things in a more balanced way. That I can maybe call my friends more, meet up with people for coffee and tea more, spend more time with my kids, spend more time with my husband, and family time. But we all have 24 hours in a day, so I'm sure that God or nature or whoever will forgive me for this. But I could make a much more balanced life by maybe not saying working too hard, but trying to find a balance in my life. When I have balance in my life, I can give more, I can be more relaxed, and my services will come from a much more happier, natural place than being stressed. Okay? So those are my failures and my successes. So what am I going to do in the next quarter? The next quarter is I will still be working very hard. Thank you, Rita, for the likes. Thank you so much. We talk about self-care. Oh, yes, I love that. I love that. You know, self-care is one of my areas where I help people take care of themselves while they help their loved ones. So I will try my best to be there. As you know, I'm not in Geneva. I'm traveling right now. So I will try my best to be there. What am I going to do different in the next quarter? I will be working hard, even harder. However, I will make sure those times that I work does not come in conflict with the times that my loved ones are around. For example, weekends, I have to spend more time with the kids, with my husband, walking around the house. And during the week, I'll try to work maybe very early or very late so I can balance these two up. And try to give more time to my friends and just to talk about life. And, that's it. So these are the two things that stands out for me, that I've been working very hard to manage everything. Very good, Lilian, bravo. I have also not been taking care of my family as much as I would love to. Too bad. But I'm going to make things happy. I'm going to make things better. I'm going to make things stronger. And I'm going to be courageous enough to tell them, oh, I've not been spending much time with you. So let's try something different. So to all those friends that I've been neglecting, so sorry, I'll catch up. And I know you have my back. I know you're there for me. Thank you. I'll use this opportunity to thank them all. Thank all my clients. Thank all those who've been following me up, those who've been liking, commenting, Rita, and all the rest. Thank you so much. Without you, I'm not sure I would have been here today. Without you, I wouldn't have been here with all these likes and hearts and 545 people already on this platform. Without you, all this live streaming wouldn't have been so touching and motivational for me and others. So thank you so much for your time. Do think of how you succeeded in the last 3 months and how you failed. It's important, without blaming yourself, just like Rita said. Without blaming yourself. Hi, Anouk. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you. Thank you. So do think of how you failed in the first 3 months of the year and how you succeeded, and try to have a balance. Do not blame yourself. Do not feel guilty for the things. Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do not feel guilty for the things you couldn't accomplish, but make yourself aware of all the things you couldn't accomplish, and make yourself really, try to have some kind of stability in your life. The only thing that will lead you to a fulfilled life is balance. Make mistakes, be successful, but try to balance even all those things that's in your life. If you're a single mother, try to meet up with other women. Try to meet up with other families that are single. If you are having health problems, find a group where people talk about the things that are of interest to you. Try to, self-care. Yes, self-care. And self-care is so important, Rita. It's so important. We tend to neglect ourselves to please others, and which is a wrong strategy. But we can't do it all, right? We are at different stages in our lives. Some people at the moment cannot afford self-care. Okay, self-care should not be that expensive. It might just mean going to the forest for a walk, or just walk around, or pick up the phone and talk to someone who motivates you, someone whom you... Yes, Networking is so important. Rita, without your without your group, God knows it wouldn't have been easy, because we motivate each other, we uplift each other, and we are there for each other. This is so important, especially if we are doing business online. Very often we can find ourselves alone in our own little holes without, the ability to move forward. So networking is such an important thing, and I hope that we can keep this relationship. We can maintain and uplift others and encourage others to do the same. We may not be in the same network, but try to find a network around you. You don't need thousands of people, but if you have 2 people you can talk to, 2 people you can use to shine the light on each other's lives, then that's it. That's all. You don't need the entire planet to be fulfilled. You don't need the entire planet to uplift you. It's going to cause you much more havoc and stress. So please don't do that. So I would love to hear from you. Anyone who would like to comment how they are going to take their second quarter of the year forward. How they are going. I would like to see some kind of balance sheet of your successes and your failures, and how you intend to balance those to make them even, so that the second quarter of this year will be much more 50-50, 40-60, rather than 70 or 80-20. The difference is too wide. So let's try to incorporate self-care, networking, self-assessment, and time alone. Try to sit with yourself. It's so important that you sit with yourself. You know who you are, how you are evolving, what your new needs are, because when you're 20, it's not the same as when you're 30, or when you're 40, or when you're 50. Your needs differ, you change. So sit with yourself and have some real talk with yourself, honest talk with yourself. You do not need to have people to go talk to them, but find time alone to sit with yourself. Some people cannot sit with themselves. No one will save you from anything on earth rather than yourself. So be your best friend, be your own friend, and be at peace with your own self. So I hope you found some value in this. I would love to hear from you how you carry on with your next quarter. However you decide to carry on, I'll really stress on trying to have a balanced life rather than succeeding so much and failing in the others so much. So balance, work-life balance, family-work balance. Just take care and be observant of your thoughts, your actions, your deeds, and what your wishes are. If they are not in alignment to who you are, if they are not in alignment, if they are not in balance, you will never be fulfilled. So watch out of your own self, because you can drag your own self down to the drain, and the others are not necessarily there to make you realize who you are. You have to realize who you are yourself so you can move yourself forward. Judge your own self. Be your own self's best friend. I hope you found some value in this. But before I leave you, I would like to really ask you for a favor, as always, to do 3 things for me. Comment below, like my Facebook page, and share my content. I would really appreciate this very much. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Anouk, for coming on this live stream. Thank you, Ahmed, for coming all the way from Egypt. And let's walk down this journey called life together. Take care, stay blessed, and remember, despite your adversities, you deserve a fulfilled life. With all my appreciation to you out there, take care and have a great weekend. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye, Rita. Bye, Anouk. And bye, Ahmed.